Hello everybody. Today I will be talking more about specifically anatomy of the head. So many artists think that drawing the head or the hand is a kind of a really tough thing to do, but once you get down to it, it's really simple. So to demonstrate that, I'm going to try to draw a head as simple as possible so all of you who are watching can learn it. So basically the head, right, is made out of two basic shapes, all right? We got, or one shape that's a little bit more deformed to make it look like a head. So firstly, we do draw a circle right here, as you can see, and after that we draw another kind of curved line like this. Then we draw another line like this. We connect those two and make like a squared line right here. Then we connect the neck and so on and so on, and we kind of have the basic head shape. You can also do it the other way that a lot of artists make, which is this one. So you can also do a simple circle. You can see a lot of artists doing it this way, and if you do it this way, what I like to do is point kind of these lines so you know where the head is pointing towards and so on. So after you drew the circle, you kind of draw the middle line of the circle and then another middle line right down from the top, and then all you do is kind of connect this stuff, like making the cheeks right here and doing all this simple matter stuff. You will most likely see this kind of structure to the head being used in comics or specified characters. This is not a very realistic way to draw it though, and it's mostly used in stuff like manga, video games and stuff like that. You'll mostly find it there. But today we're going to talk more about in this course. Actually, we are going to talk about realistic and dynamic anatomy, and we're going to talk more about characteristics in future courses. So let's see. We are going to start with a simple head form, right? So we're going to make a head like before, right? And then let's connect it. It's simple as that. So like so, I hopefully sped up the video so you won't have to see all that. It's not perfect, again, this is just a simple sketch. So right now we have a head looking like this. It's pretty simple and it's fine for now. Well, actually, let's kind of fix it a little bit. There we go, that's more like it. So what you can see here is that the head is made of more sides than one. We have the first side. This is where your face lies, right here. Your facial features such as nose, eyes, and so on. And the two flattened out sides, the left one and the right one, right? So what we do now with all of the sides that we have here, what we do now is kind of make out the shapes to let it look more like the head actually. So first of all, I'm going to kind of erase that and make it a little bit more thicker, and kind of do it like this. All right. Next up, what we're going to do is see how well our facial features fit into the head. So right here is the position of the ears. So this is just, I'm gonna draw just like an ellipse to mark the spot of the ears. And then we are going to do kind of like this. Okay, so what we do now is kind of find the shapes again a bit more. Right here is the part where the mouth goes, or this is the part of the chin. and that means right over here is going to be the part of the nose. Then again, here are going to be eyes, and here is going to be the ear. So this is kind of a dumbed down version. Once again, you can do it the other way, which is I'm gonna show you or demonstrate to you right now. So the other way is doing it like this. So first we gonna sorry, that's not the way I was looking for it. We are going to firstly define the eyes, right? So we define them like so, do kind of a weird shape, and then add the nose. Yeah, always let's put like a straight line so to make it more visible, right? Yeah, like so, like the nostrils. Then we're kind of going to do the same for this part of the skull. Oh, yeah, make it like this. Then we're going to add the cheekbones right here. These are the cheekbones. And then this is the part of the mouth. And let's actually make it a little bit smaller so people can see. And make it like so. Right here. And make the chin. So this is kind of a chin right here. I actually made it a bit too tall, so let me erase this. Yeah, so, and it's kind of a dumbed down version of it, right? So, and then again, we make the head simple as can be, and it's kind of it, a bit too big head, but doesn't really matter right now. This is just to show you guys how simple all of this is. You know, to new and beginner artists, it seems so complicated, but they need to understand. They need to understand how actually simple all of this stuff is. That you can make it out of the most simplest shapes, right? And that doesn't even matter if it's a skull or something else. It matters for all the parts of the body. All right, so we got our head, right? Now you know how to kind of define it and so on. We also are gonna draw the kind of the way it's facing, and when we are done with this, we kind of add the facial features, right? Um, and make it look more refined. Now, when we are adding these facial features, I will also make a course how to add specific facial features, like a course for the eyes and so, and a nose and that stuff. But when we do that, we have to be careful where exactly we place them, right? So this is kind of the part of the eyes. So right in the middle of this part of the skull, where the is where the eyes go, like right in the middle. All right. Then the mouth, the chin, and the nose, which in this case is a little too big, right? Okay. Now, when we are done doing this, we get to the other parts of the body. Now, the most important thing that kind of defines, except for the other features, but when it comes to the head, we have to know to what it's connected. So the head is connected to the body, obviously, with the neck, right? And drawing the neck should be as simple as cake, right? Doing the head right here, drawing the, whoops, drawing the head right here, making the face, and then doing a large cylinder. That's it, right? But that's not kind of it. The neck is also as important as the head because, importantly, it defines the specific. It defines if the character is male or female, right? Because females have thinner necks, right, than males, than male characters, right? So this is gonna be like a female, and we're gonna use the same head. So let's try to draw the same kind of head right here. There we go, the same kind of head, and then we're gonna make it the neck thick and bigger. And you can already see how much more stronger or masculine this face is compared to this one, and we haven't even added any of the facial features. See, so the neck is again a cylinder that is drawn like this, like a volcano, if you will, right? So that's like a volcano. It's thinner. This part here is thinner than this part. This part is thicker. So thin and thick. So that's what you have to kind of remember. So obviously it's a simple cylinder, but when you get down to more defined features of the neck, it's not that simple cylinder. So how we draw the more detailed neck how we draw the more detailed neck, it's also pretty simple. So firstly we're gonna draw the middle part, right? We're gonna draw like a line here for the neck. Then we're gonna add these two lines right here, and this part. This part is kind of the Adam's apple part, right? This. And then we are going to add these two lines which signify this part, right? So this is the muscle part of the neck, this. Alright, this part is the muscle part. So oops. So this is kind of just to make it more 3D, right? Because it is higher up than this part, right? Than the middle part. So kind of get the neck, right? So let's try to put even a face in here. Let's say we want our character to be looking straight, but we kind of have to do that anyways. So we're gonna add the chin, right? And then we are going to add all the other stuff. So let me do a quick time lapse here. So, alright, just by looking at the neck, we can obviously say this is a female, right? Because the neck makes it look more, well, kind of vulnerable, thinner, so on, so on. Let me just kind of draw the hair, see? It looks more like a female, right? So, if we then if we would to resize the neck like so, let's say we want to resize the neck to make it look more masculine, we can obviously do that because we're in a digital editing software. Kind of won't work the same way because I drew it so much, but you can see it's more masculine because the neck is thicker. So that's kind of what you obviously have to remember, right? So you might ask me, what is this part that we're looking at? We haven't even talked about this. I just drew it like so to make me help memorize kind of where the eyes are and so on, but this is just an improvised drawing. So yeah, this is kind of the main standpoint of this video. So Now at the end of this video, you now know how to draw necks, right? And you know how to draw heads, right? So using the simple shapes, you can define the head, you can define the neck, and you can make it look female or male, right? So it's really as simple as that. Maybe add like little more lines to make it look more connected, right? So yeah, that is kind of it. But if you wanna kind of draw the neck from the back, it's also possible. Just that you have to. Well, let's actually talk about that. We're going to try and draw the neck from the back, right? So that was the front view of the neck. Let's try the back view. So if the front view is the more masculine part, we're gonna draw more muscles in the back view, right? The back view has more muscles, right? All right. So the back of the neck connects to the muscles in the back of the human, right? So it's kind of like this. This is kind of the shape of the neck, and you can see right here it will connect to the hands, right? The elbows, and so on and so on. And here is the back of the head. There's nothing much going on actually in the back of the head. That's why I actually didn't talk about it, because most of the time I guess the head we have hair most of the time, unless you're drawing a bald character. But if you drew a hairy character or a character that has hair, you won't have to deal with the back side. But if you have a bald character, then I suggest what you do is kind of add the shadow here, right? And add kind of indications of like muscles here, or just indications. You shouldn't be able to see the muscles so well. So yeah, this is gonna be kind of the end of the course. I hope you learned something new, I guess, and see you next time. Bye.